Hello, Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Fire Brigade of Flames, Chapter 164. When we last left off, we learned, or Victor and the rest of the 8th Brigade learned, that the White Hoods are trying to blow up the Nether and maybe drag Tokyo down with it. What exactly is going on there, or if it's already happened, is kind of vague. At least the Tokyo part. The Nether part is certainly still standing because we're not all dead yet. Meanwhile, back with the Shinra and Arthur versus Giovanni fight, that's still going, and Giovanni mentioned some things about that Show's around, that Shinra's going to be a puppet just like Show, and then we saw Show, who was getting his makeup done by Hameya, was he like stood there like blank faced. That's really all that happened last week. So before we go any further, just a reminder, I have my Spring 2019 anime review straw poll in the description down below. Let me know what you want to see next season. That starts in like 2 days. We're almost in April. The straw poll will be up until the 15th, of course, so you have time to see shows and decide if you want to see them. Anyway, let's go right on into Chapter 164, Duty. Where our cover picture is like an 8, because we're the 8th Brigade, of course. Even when separated, these companions are connected by the symbol that is 8. And so we open right where we left off with Giovanni. Show! Where is he? He is being a good pillar, held in place for the approaching great disaster. Shinra Kusakabe, your brother is calm, obedient, the opposite from you. It must have been Hameya's doing, making him her puppet. And that pisses Shinra's... he laughs again. Coo, coo, coo. And then Shinra, that pisses him off, and Shinra, like, goes flying at Giovanni. Also, something I forgot to mention, there were some lines said in the last chapter that made it appear that, like, the White Hoods both had access to Hiro Hashirame and Nataku, but also the 7th and 8th Pillars, which, like, should not have been even introduced yet. But anyway. So Giovanni gets a full face full of kick, from Shinra, and gets sent flying. If I'm agile enough so you don't anticipate it, you got no time to react. And then he, like, zooms off again, and Giovanni, like, watches him. He's gone, without a trace. And Arthur speaks up, no, I'm right here. And then Shinra just, like, chest kicks him. And kicks him again in the face. And Giovanni, like, stumbles back. His acceleration is amazing. And then Shinra, like, knees him in the head. And he cracks his, like, eye. Are we gonna see Giovanni's true face? Oh, wow, that might be happening. I see that you won't come with us voluntarily. And Giovanni's now, like, slumped on the ground, climbing back up. I could feel your killer intent back at Vulcan's workshop. You'd think I'd trust someone with such a sinister soul? Feel, you say? What, that surprised you? Did we forge a connection? Through the Adola link. And then there's a little asterisk there. Adola is the official term, which is what we've been using for a while and will continue to do. Yeah, as I kind of mentioned in the past few videos, Pusu Pusu is definitely, like, shifting to the official translation. Like with Evangelist instead of Preacher, which I don't enjoy. Adola and Adora I don't really care about. That's fine, whatever. But Evangelist is just too long and clunky, I feel. But whatever, it's what we're going with. Anyway. Did we forge a connection through the Adola link? Huh? What do you mean? Ah ha 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 ha! Amazing! Oh, this is so good to hear. Thank you so much. A mere human such as I connected to you through an Adola. Only through an Adola link can I connect to Adola. The insect experiment. The results are a success. I was able to link. Wait, you mean I can't hear someone's thoughts unless they're connected to Adola? That's how it's supposed to be. An Adola link can only occur between those with an Adola burst and those who have had contact with Adola. But that'd mean... I've heard voices through the Adola link twice. First is when Dr. Giovanni's killer intent. The second was Lieutenant Conroe shouting for help. Okay, I saw a theory from So Jammy on the subreddit about this. I did not look at it because it had not been translated yet, and I did not want spoilers. But what does that mean? Is Conroe the seventh pillar? He'd have to have been a pillar much earlier than Shinra, or I don't know. Maybe he's the seventh pillar. What decides their numberings? Are the numbers arbitrary, or are they like based on their Adola burst? Like the order they got that? I don't know. If he doesn't have the Adola burst, how did that happen? What's wrong? Realize something? Shut the hell up! Do you know about the Evangelist and Adola? Yeah, there's the asterisk there. Evangelist, the official name of the preacher. The Evangelist is not of this world, but from Adola. Tell me, how do you intend to stop the Evangelist when they are otherworldly? Even if you manage to link with Adola, the best you can do is spy. Is it possible to get to Adola? How else does one put out a fire without going to the source, little fireman? After all, is this realm not destined to burn? We humans are simply fuel. Fuel to burn this star. Humanity now worships the sun, so it's easy for them to accept burning, all for the sun. All for the Evangelist, you mean? Preparations by Ritsu are already underway. I can show you. You'll see how humans are tools for destruction. From the nether to the surface, we will destroy the Tokyo Empire. We cut right back to Obi. Implosion? Vulcan-san, I don't understand. An implosion is a form of demolition for bringing down big buildings. You destroy the structure at the bottom, which brings down the entirety until it collapses. And the enemy plans to do that to all of Tokyo? Are you sure? Yeah, probably. Victor has apparently been laying out what he thinks is going to happen. And they'll use infernals like some kind of drill. An explosive drill? And we see his layout of the first basement not having too many infernals, and it just increases until the fifth basement's full of them. Yes. Look at the sensors. The White Hoods have arranged infernals into a conical shape. What's the reason for the cone shape? To make this explosive drill using the Monroe-Newman effect, they need to disperse their explosives in a conical format. Once it goes boom, a thin metal membrane inside the explosive jets out like a shockwave, from the center of the cone to the top until the metal pierces an opening. They plan to use infernals as the explosives, thereby using as little firepower as possible for maximum damage. We're standing directly center under the Tokyo Empire. The damage would be enormous. So if they implode the nether, Tokyo will crumble. How do we stop it? So that kind of does beg the question, because we've seen from Ritsu over and over again this image of all the buildings in Tokyo lopsided and at angles like they've been exploded, and the city in flames. So what does that mean? Given that that seemingly has not happened yet. Anyway, right then, Takigi and Hinawa show up. Pardon my delay, but I pretty much overheard the conversation. It took me so long to get here because of the worthless man behind me. Takigi, shut up! Shut up, Takigi! Hinawa just stares at him in silence. And Honda responds, Detective Ozes, I memorized the Nether's path and structure. Would that be of any assistance? Explosive drilling depends on the jet's direction. If we can block the jet, we might be able to avert this catastrophe. We need a second gen capable of wide-range flame control. Because Lieutenant Hinawa's ability focuses on precision rather than range, he isn't suitable for this plan. In other words, he's totally useless. Shut up, Takigi. But that does answer my question during the Takigi and Hinawa versus Iron fight as to why Hinawa was not deflecting Iron's flames, but it's because he can only really do tiny little things with the bullets and shit. Alright. Anyway. Then the, device beeps, that Vulcan's holding, and Vulcan calls out, Hey! Cut the bullshit, we've got a problem! The hoods have turned up the heat. What do? We don't have the right second generation people here! Someone with wide-range flame control, huh? I've got only one person in mind, capable of such a feat. It better be fucking Maki. Victor. First-class fire soldier Maki Ozes! There we go! That's what we need for this arc. Oh, wait. She's a secretary now, isn't she? That's so pointed at Takigi. Fucking drag him. Right, the detective wouldn't want her here. It's pointless talking about who isn't here. Let's just use the second generation people we have. Lieutenant Hinawa, will you help us? No, I'm totally useless. Huh? You're the one boasting about how saving lives comes first. But in the end, the 8th is just a bunch of jackasses. And Obi, like, looms over him. Like, I love that look on his face. Wrong. Saving lives is the most important thing for the 8th, so we will help. If we don't stop this, millions will die. Vulcan. Roger. And he flicks up the little, like, 8th trinket, and he catches it in his hands. To save lives, we're willing to break the rules. Hey, sorry I'm late. There she is, Maki! Come to save the day, hello. Maki? Maki-san. I heard it all through Vulcan's transmitter. Because the 8th doesn't hide anything from their teammates. Oh, the little 8 trinket was the transmitter. I remember that. Right, for a second there I tricked myself into thinking that Vulcan was the one with the 8 thing. It was actually Maki back up in the secretary stuff. Alright, good for her. Good for her. Are you prepared for this kind of thing? Of course. Maki, what are you doing here? It's too dangerous. Still going on like a broken record? Lives are at stake. I'm glad someone's finally calling him out. Even so, this isn't worth risking your life. You're risking yours too. What's the difference? You're a woman. He fucking said it. He fucking said it. I knew that was the that's kind of been the under the surface stuff that's been going on with Takigi and General Ozes treatment of Maki. But that's the first time it's been directly on the surface. It's because they don't trust her because she's a woman. What? Because I'm a woman? Back off. I don't need your permission. My power is meant for protecting people. Vulcan, give me the signal. The explosion should be approaching. Stay in that position. Maki, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. There's still time to run. Maki! Oh, brother. Obi just does not have time for this shit. Calm down. With Maki's power, we can stop this explosive drilling. But that won't stop the flames themselves. We don't have anywhere to divert the flames in the nether. In other words, all of us here in the nether are about to be burnt to a crisp. Unfortunately. fucking Victor. Huh? They're going to die. Even with Maki's help, a new problem arises. Will they escape the nether alive? To be continued chapter 165, Seeking a Witch in a Desperate Situation. So yeah. I'm glad the subtext of the Ozes misogyny has now become text. You know, we're not hiding. It's not no more beating around the bush. They don't think she should be in danger because she's female. That's the entirety of it. That's the entire difference between her and Takigi. And Maki does not have time for that. And I imagine by arc's end, Takigi will realize that he was wrong. And Maki will Maki's definitely rejoining the 8th after this. With a twist like this, there's no way she's going back to being a secretary, especially once Takigi sees her, you know, be strong. Yeah, she's definitely staying with the 8th. Yeah. What else is there to talk about? The Conroe stuff. First of all, what does it mean that Conroe communicated mentally with Shinra? That's something that we'll probably get more detail at a later point. Beyond that, watching Shinra kick Giovanni around was a lot of fun. And then beyond that, the stuff that that Giovanni tells Shinra and Arthur isn't really all that much stuff we didn't really know, right? Like we knew the evangelist was from Adola. We know that religion is that the Holy Saw Temple is super based in helping the evangelist. There's not a whole lot of detail there, just that thing with Conroe. And then we have a lot of science going on. I guess the explosion is already on the way, which would explain the images of Tokyo from the past few chapters. I guess. But yeah, Maki's here, ready to fucking prove Takigi wrong. You fucking go, girl. I'm gonna leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe or fill out my straw poll down below, please. Or, do whatever the fuck you want. I don't really care. And as always, people, keep kicking ass and I'll see you in the future. Bye!